would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. What I'm saying, top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Predictions, I don't listen, it's already in my head, no funny. Your most hungry place, I was past that at 28. Underground tapes, as my ass cap in publishing states. As we slide in the G-Ride, I've been getting criticized, it's keeping me energized. Create with a business mind, I'm from where killers reside. A wild hood, only knew goons since my childhood. Say anything in their raps cause it sound good. Don't even mean what they say, horrible outlook. Y'all ain't really about this house. Y'all was in the house with it. We don't respect fake jewelry and silly outfits. Window down, blowing out. Great tits, New York's J. Prince on Houston Street. I caught the bounce before my even bounced the beat. I took the hard way in it, man, it's the route for me. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black, meet Joe Black. Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when it can be changed?
These folks in the Circle City, they love their Colts, and they have packed the house tonight as we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Tonight, we write a finish to Week 12 with a good Monday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Indianapolis Colts. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here's McDonald off of the play fake. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A handoff left, McCaffrey. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw, Mayfield. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. McCaffrey looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up, and keep going at it. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on 3rd and goal. Snell. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Here we go with McCaffrey. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Christian McCaffrey, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. An early decision point here, Charles. Maybe one we'll look back on later. They go on 4th and goal, and they punch it in for the touchdown.
We always talk about how football is a game of confidence, and that's how you get it right there. Leave your offense out there and tell them, I believe in you. And they pay it off with 6 points.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. Oh, good-looking return set up here. The 40. Past the 20. He will score. Touchdown, Colts.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming out to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys feel it that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. On 1st and 10, Mayfield completes it to Austin. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They go play action. Mayfield sliding out of the pocket. The ball comes out. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the year. A 3-game winning streak really coming at the exact right time, Charles, to get them back into playoff contention.
And it's always a question of when do you want your football team to peak? And everyone always talks about you want to be playing your best ball going into the playoffs, but sometimes you need your best ball before that time. And this team, going into this stretch of games, they are certainly playing their best football of the year.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's McDonald to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he's got it down to the 28. The Colts hit 6-5 now on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Going jet sweep. Here's Campbell. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal.
That's good for the Colts. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
7-7, our score after 1.
The score tied 7-7.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Not a whole lot there on first and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They run once more with Taylor. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Taylor calling no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in, announcing a firing. There's no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal roll.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And now off to the races down the right side. The 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. He goes 105 yards on the kick return. And the Steelers have regained the lead. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Offense at the line and set to go. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Throwing is McDonald. Throw taken in by Taylor left side. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 51 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Mayfield now. Looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for Colts TD. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. And what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. It's now 17-14. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Back to it after the pick 6. Mayfield escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First target, first catch, and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays, then target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Throwing, Mayfield. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
A first down throw for Mayfield. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And the Colts are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. So that, a definite deflator there on the interception.
Yeah, you work your way down the field thinking you're in position for a go-ahead score. But all it takes is one errant throw, and this one winds up a turnover.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they'll start from their own 5, so you'd have to imagine they'll stay conservative. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
From the gun, it's McDonald. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaughan. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it. The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 33 yards that time.
And the Steelers first down.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
From the 39, Mayfield. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Mayfield. Side, McCaffrey's got it. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Fourth down, Mayfield. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. 4th and 2, they got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey
With his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game.
And the Steelers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
On the return from his end zone, Rodgers.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity.
Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the third quarter qualifies. They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the second half of a game.
They run with Taylor. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Second down, another run with Taylor. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Throw left side, taken in by Pittman.
Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
2nd and 5 at the Steelers' 8-yard line.
Second and 5 from the 8.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
On 4th down.
McDonald. Throw going to be caught left side here by Granson. And the Colts are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, the feel that I get on this is that they felt like 3 was just not going to be enough after getting this deep into their territory.
And Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't even look like they hesitated there. They knew they wanted to go for it.
That tells me that during the week, they were thinking about these situations, and they feel like maybe they're just the better team, and they want to go ahead and prove it conclusively.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's Taylor again, but he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. Try to punch it in with Taylor. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Steeler defense will celebrate the goal line stand. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down times. They've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going, and above all, ball secure. Don't turn it over.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 78 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. That's caught. It's Austin left side. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
He's going to air one out for Anderson. It's caught inside the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence of that right there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that wound up traveling an even 58 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. McDonald sets to throw. Eyes the crossing route, and he finds Pittman. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7
McDonald.
at the 22-yard line.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Hines. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28.
The tackle made by Miles Jack.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Shaquille Leonard in there to blow that play up.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Kenny Moore.
And the Colts are right back in this football game.
That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Now he dumps this off over the middle.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second.
Play action. It's McDonald.
22-yard line.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Throwing is McDonald.
And this is going to be incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Boswell for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Steelers 35, Colts 17. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. Back to the air, Ryan after the pick six. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now Ryan. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Well, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. On 3rd down, Ryan. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Play action, Ryan. Looking for Campbell downfield. And he's got it inside the 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
It's a gain of 45 yards. That's good for a Colts. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Ryan will throw again. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. This likely a must-have, 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
Tuesday.
Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. Touchdown, Colts. Michael Pittman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And it's the Steelers that come up with it. And that should just about do it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. He'll fire a desperation throw for the end zone. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Well, they were 2 for 3 on 4th down tries. Now they're unsuccessful. That brings them down to 50%.
But that's a percentage you have to feel pretty good about. You know, 2 for 4, 2 for 3 before that, but finally get stopped again. That's okay. That's the type of team that'll keep pressing. In this situation, they'll continue to go for it.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little, too late now.
I would agree with that. We're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
One last shot for Ryan. And it's incomplete. It was an exercise of futility anyway. It doesn't affect the final outcomes, and this one's over. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Pittsburgh, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.
Come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loose in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle and Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon up, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise, make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Even on the days when I'm late as ever, my timing is right. Even in the darkest moments, stay close, I'm that shine of the light. I can make an earthquake nervous, I can make the sun wear a visor. I can make a wise owl see me as a daily advisor. I'm that cool shade, peaceful night, and still my breath is a storm, I bet. I can make the thunder clap when I perform. It's just that in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise, make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. I make the moon blue, I make him pigs fly, and I move mountains. I would have beaten the heart of a crash test dummy. I'm more so astounded. Yeah. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I do the impossible, impossible. Impossible, impossible.
You spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Pitch came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent, ain't sold 1 million records. Yeah, used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Gang time in it. Gang time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. I will not bend. Game time. Run it up, 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 run it up. You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog, so the day that you finally pop off, you'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's ripe. I thank God for the payment. That's a solid foundation. When I finally make it, I'll give God all the praises. G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chariots or fortresses. Yeah, I walk by faith. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. 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 Run it up.
Hello, new world, all the boys and girls. I got some true stories to tell. You're back outside, but they still lied. Whoa, yeah. Take off the foo-foo, take off the cloud chase, take off the Wi-Fi, take off the money phone, take off the car loan, take off the flex and the white loss, take off the weird jewelry. I'ma take 10 steps, then I'm taking off top 5. Take off them fabricated streams and the microwave memes. It's a real world outside. Take off your idols, take off the runway, take off the Cairo, take off the Sandro Pay, 5-day stay, take a $250,000, hella follow. Take off the far flag, take off perception, take off the cop with the iPad. Take off the allure, take off the unsure, take off decisions I lack. Take off the fake deep, take off the fake woke, take off the I'm broke, I care. Take off the gossip, take off the new logic, that if I'm rich, I'm real. Take off the should know, take off the Doja, take off the Birkin bag. Take all that designer, off and what do you have?
You ugly, you out of pocket. 2 ATMs, you stepping to what? You out of pocket. Who you think they talk about us? You out of pocket. Who you think they copy up us? The world in a panic, the women is stranded, the men on the run. The profits abandoned, the law take advantage, the market is crashing, the industry wants to sleep in the box while they making a mockery following us. This ain't monopoly, watching for love. This ain't monogamy, y'all getting jumping on what the hell is that? I gotta relax when I feel. All my descendants, they come in my sleep and say I am too real. I'm done with the sensitive, taking it personal, done with the black and the white, the wrong and the right. You hoping for change and miracles, I know the feelings that came with burial's price. You ugly, you out of pocket. 2 ATMs, you stepping to what? You out of pocket. Who you think they talk about us? You out of pocket. Who you think they copy up us?
Serving up a look, dancing in a drop. Hello to the big step, but never lose a count. Venting in the safe house, venting in the safe.
Can I vent out my truth? I got nothing to lose. I got problems and pools. I can swim with my fate. Cameras moving whenever I'm moving. The family suing whatever I make. Murder is stacking. The president acting. The government taxing.